I'm Robert, this is my Guitar Dungeon. Welcome to my home studio. Today we are going to revisit the Fender Pugilist Distortion pedal. If you've been a subscriber to this channel for a little over a year, you may remember the first time I did a video on this pedal. So why am I going back and doing another one? Quite simple. I hated that video. I hated that video from the minute I uploaded it. And the reason why is because this is actually a really good sounding pedal, and for some reason something in that video didn't translate and it sounded terrible. This thing sits on the shelf right over here, and I look at it every time I walk in and out the door, and you know, I just wanted to go back and do this pedal justice, because not only did I hated it, but many people who actually saw that video also hated it as well, and it just didn't do Fender or the Fender Pugilist justice. So this time, rather than going through an amplifier, I'm going to simplify things, and I am just going to run this pedal straight into the Digitech cab driver. So we're just going to use an impulse response in place of an amplifier and go straight into the Tascam recording deck and twist some knobs and kind of get a feel for how this thing sounds. as I mentioned, this is not really supposed to be a high gain distortion, although it certainly does get there, in my opinion. There is plenty of gain on tap, certainly for my purposes these days. Metal fanatic, metal players, probably not going to be the distortion that you might be looking for. Of course, that can also change depending on the amp that you're running. But for most other distortion applications, it's got quite a bit of versatility in it, and it's kind of a unique design. It's kind of got two distortion circuits in one, though they both run simultaneously. For the most part, once you break it down, it's actually pretty simple. It looks a little bit more complicated than it really is. You got your gain A and tone A, and then gain B and tone B. And, then of course a level control, and really that's about it. This other stuff in here is kind of where it begins to get interesting. This switch right here, you could switch it from either series mode or blend mode. And blend mode, series mode means that it runs A into B. Blend mode means that it runs the two of them side by side, and you can actually blend the two together with that knob, depending on taste. The bass boost is the other switch right next to it, which unfortunately I found did not really do a whole lot. I couldn't tell the difference whether it was up or down, in my opinion. So, if you happen to hear a difference with the bass boost switch, awesome. I personally did not hear one. Let's see, a couple of other features that it has. 9-volt battery compartment is very easy to access. All you gotta do is pop that front panel down, and there it is, and then it closes back up magnetically. So, very, very easy to use. Also, if you're running this pedal on batteries, the other thing that you can do is you actually have the option to shut off the LEDs, so as not to drain your battery down quite so fast. I run mine on 9-volt, so I opt to leave it on. And of course, standard 9-volt input, single mono input, mono output, and metal construction, built like a tank, all for the cool price of right around $100. I find this to be a very versatile distortion. I really, really like the sound of it. Not quite Marshall in a box territory, but certainly a very cool, like a modern rock distortion that I think would have a place in certainly a lot of modern music, but also, a lot of music from a lot of past eras as well. Let's take this thing, plug it into the DAW, and see how it sounds in a mix. Okay, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my updated demo of the Fender Pugilist Distortion pedal. This is one that I actually really like. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do, but I really enjoy this pedal. Fender, since when I did the first video, this one, it was right when it came out. And unfortunately, of all the demos of this pedal that came out when it was released, mine was, as I mentioned before, probably by far the worst. Fortunately, my video didn't seem to impact Fender and their sales of this pedal, because they have since expanded this particular line of pedals twice since its original release. And they have a lot of new pedals in this pedal line that I think look really interesting. I can't wait to try them out. This is a fantastic effort on Fender's part to compete with not just the pedal market, but in particular the boutique pedal market, because these pedal designs have a lot of really unique ideas that I don't think too many other people out there are doing. Certainly not at the price point that Fender is selling these at. Links to all of the gear used in this video will be down in the description. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the alert icon right next to it. That'll make sure that you don't miss out on future content of this channel. Last but not least, please leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts, particularly if you saw the first video. I'll go ahead and post a link to that video down in the description against my better judgment, so that you can check it out for yourself. Also, if you enjoy this channel, come hang out with us during the live chat on Saturdays at 12:15 Eastern Time. We hang out, we talk guitars, we talk guitar gear, and whatever else may be on the docket at the time. I plug in, play through a few things, and it's gotten to be a really good time and a perfect opportunity for me to interact directly with my viewers. And I really enjoy it. I hope that you take the time to come and hang out with us as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.